the whole thing. I don't think it's anything major. Some of their guys just aren't hitting. A-Rod's been sat a couple of games, and apparently now he's going to sit 1 day a week. Mm-hmm. So Jeter hurt himself mildly and was limited to action. So it's nothing. It's just a little hiccup and everything. Plus your other guys in the division are playing really well. But the fact that Washington beat them, wow.
Yeah.
They
2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Well, the Nats took 2 out of 3 from the Jays too.
Well, is that saying anything?
Yeah.
Poor Jays.
Getting back to A-Rod, with this whole thing about A-Rod apparently being tired, an article came out in the New York Post, which, New York Post, your credibility is suspect, but that Kate Hudson may be wearing A-Rod out.
Yeah. Well,
the slumping Yankee slugger missed most of last night's game, blah, blah. Due to fatigue, the wilting all-star was caught partying in South Beach with Hudson, his main squeeze, in the wee hours yesterday morning. The two could be seen leaving an exclusive party at 2:30 a.m.
Wow.
So how is it that he is too tired to play baseball, but he's out at 2:30 with young Miss Hudson?
Right. This isn't the first time he's done this. Mm-hmm. And, of course, paparazzi love following him around. But if you remember a few years back, he had the same situation. And then this is, I believe it was in Toronto, where he was spotted with a lady who was not of his wife.
Right.
Not his wife. So this isn't the first time that he's been pinpointed for this activity. So, yeah, it's going to have an effect on you. But all said and done, really, the staying out late, if you get a good night's rest, really, it shouldn't affect you that much. Although, I'll tell you right now, mind fatigue is a big deal. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I guess, I'll take my comments back a little bit there. But if you're tired at the plate or if you're tired in the field, you don't make proper decisions. And it could affect them, but being a professional and the amount of games and the training that they have, I really doubt that it would. But some players it probably could. But, man, he's been through a lot. So I think his resolve is pretty strong. His mind's probably pretty strong.
Right. The Red Sox are starting to pull away in that American League East a bit. They're 4 games up, 42-27. Like all the teams in the division, they've been up and down a bit, but it just seems when they're up, they're really, really up.
Yeah.
You're starting to think that maybe this is the team to win that division?
Not entirely. I'm not going to change my stance on that, really. If you look at that division, even Tampa Bay is got some wins there, and they're pretty much right behind Toronto now. 37 wins, I think, is what they have, and they're only 6 behind. So, as we predicted, that whole division is really tight. It's getting tighter. Baltimore, obviously, faltering. But the thing about that is Boston has gone through so much. They have so many stories there, and I'm amazed that they're holding it together to be on the top. I really did think the Yankees would get there. I thought Tampa Bay would be better too, but I guess all said and done, we were right about what we were saying about that division. But Boston, Lowry, I believe, is still out, so his replacement is kicking butt, and all their pitching is holding off. Jason Bay, hello, Canadian guy. He's got all-star numbers right now. Man, wasn't there? What was that guy's name that he replaced? Manueli Remy. Anyway.
Well, Jason Bay, just being Jason Bay, could be an American League MVP this year.
Why not?
Yeah,
that would be unbelievable. I couldn't even get that word out. And Matt Stairs, by the way, is back in the picture, Canadian, because Ryan Howard's a little sick right now with some flu. So.
They have. I don't know how. Like you said, you're not sure how they're doing it. Mike Lowell, you keep kind of thinking that maybe he's breaking down at third. Obviously, Nick Green is short. Then you got Dice K has not been good at all. He's on the 15-day deal. Yeah. Brad Penny has been average. They're talking about trading Brad Penny now.
Yeah. Trade bait.
Do you think the key with this team is that they're so stellar in the mid relief and with Papelbon?
Why not? I think you can give the credit there to their middle relief. But the thing is about Boston, and we said it before, it's a marathon. It's 180 games. Put it this way, and this is one way to decide on, one way to think about it, on how many games there's going on in a run of a week or 3 weeks. Manny Ramirez is set to come back July 2nd. So that means his 50 games are almost up. I mean, where did those games go? Because it seems like we were just talking about it. So Boston is just doing the right things at the right times on the field. Youkilis, I'll tell you, man, the guy, 2 men on, hits a double. Jason Bay, 2 men on, hits a home run. Things are quiet when there's nobody on base. As soon as they get somebody on base, they produce. You know, they're stepping it up. I see Big Pappy still striking out left and right.
But he's got 5 now, 5 home runs.
Yeah, 5 home runs.
I know.
Come on. Yunel Escobar, I think, has 5 home runs. So they're just doing what they always do. And when they won the World Series, that's exactly the same type of season that they had. They had some injuries. They had some guys go down, just like every team. But the old saying is, it's, you know, not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you keep getting up. And Boston is one of these teams that this is nothing new to them. The experience of the years past. And really, their lineup has changed. But all these guys that are in the lineup now were there 3, 4, 5 years ago when they went through their struggles. And so they know about it. So they're poised, and they could be, if they start pulling away, it could be bad for the rest of them.
And you got Pedroia, Youkilis, Jason Bay, as we already talked about. It's pretty solid right there.
Raining. Pedroia's still stealing bases and creating a lot of havoc on the base pass. So, but I mean, Nick Green too. He's filling in quite well.
Right.
You know, so I don't know. They're just doing the right things at the right time. And I think really who you have to give the full credit to is Terry Francona.
Oh yeah.
Such a calm personality. A young guy too, so you know they still the players can relate to him quite well. I think he's the one that's really holding it all together, and he's making the right decisions. Recently, I was looking to get a dog. This is a funny. Bill's looking.